I don't know what I should post, or I don't know what I should talk about on a live video. I don't know what exactly I should put out there. Have you ever been stuck? Have you ever tried to figure out what you're going to post? Have you ever struggled to come up with creative, original content? Well, in this video, I'm going to give you 4 easy tips on how you can never be stuck and always be able to create engaging content and videos by following some of these steps and listening to a couple stories tonight on Chavez Live 360, brought to you by Livemasters, where we feel alive by going live. And your journey to video mastery begins here. If you don't know who I am, my name is Mike Chavez, and I've been on a live video journey, closing in on 5 years of daily live videos. I go live every day with the video with the intent to educate and inspire people and show people how to use this incredible platform by stepping out of their comfort zone and into their confidence, by creating original content that's going to attract and engage new friends online. Now, I'm broadcasting to you live from the fabulous city of Las Vegas, Nevada. If you would be so kind, let me know where you're tuning in, like my man Chase already did in the comments. He's tuning in from Salem, Oregon. We've got Christina Scullin. She's staying up late. She's in New York. I already know that. So she'll probably put that there in the comments. But I just wanted to come and do a quick video tonight for you. The other day, I talked about some of the most engaging posts that are on Facebook. And, you know, over the last close to 5 years of going live every day, you could imagine, and I've shared many times, that I've struggled sometimes to figure out what I'm going to talk about on the video. And tonight was kind of no different. I was really going to wonder what I was going to think about. And I have this book over here, this book that I found for $6. It's a gold mine, okay? I've never seen it anywhere else. I got it for like $6. I think it was like at some store, some random store. It was some little shop or something like that. I just picked it up and I started looking at the topics and I started reading the book and I bought it, right? So I'm going to share that book with you. But sometimes it gets frustrating. Sometimes it gets hard. You don't know what to post. You don't know what to talk about. And so I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to get into it. I'm going to go over my 4 steps. If you've ever struggled to create original content, put a C in the comments for me and let me know. C for content, right? And let me know if you ever struggled to think about what you could post or what you could talk about on your videos. Now, the first tip, number 1, is tell a story about your day, right? Something that's happening in your day, right? Hopefully you're out there, you're moving, you're grooving, you're doing things. And when you do, things happen, right? And most of the time when things happen throughout our day, some sort of adversity leads to adventure. Life adversity leads to adventure, right? And so just tell a story about what happened in your day. You might have to just type it out, or you could just get on and do a video. You know, you could do whatever you need to do, but just tell a story about your day, something that happened. For example, a couple of days ago, I got a flat tire on my bike. I usually ride my bike to the gym. I went out to the garage. I had a flat tire. I never even changed a flat tire on a bike in my life. So that became an adventure for me. I went and got the inner tube and I did my thing and I went about my day. And guess what? I was really frustrating. It wasn't easy for me to do, but I figured it out. And I did a video about it and I told a story about how my day went with my flat tire. All right. So now tip number 2 is I wrote my videos. I wrote, oh, good Lord. You should be in bed, huh, Mike? Thank you for being live. I appreciate that. I got my notes here. Now, the next one, number 2, is something that you learned. Something that you learned. And that's really like amazing when you can come online, you can watch videos, you can go on YouTube. I've learned so much from YouTube videos and have been able to really embrace a lot of the things that I've learned and then teach about them and how I've learned the things on YouTube, literally, that I've done and I've applied in my life and what's worked, what hasn't. Hey, Francine, it's good to see you. It's been a long time. What's worked, what hasn't worked, and the experiences that I've had with it. So I love to go on YouTube and I love to watch, especially stuff about health and nutrition, because I'm on a health journey right now, a lifestyle. I've changed my lifestyle and I've learned so much information that I've applied to my life, and I've been getting the results. So I'm going to start sharing more of that, what I've learned that's worked for me. And because I simply learned it from YouTube. How crazy is that? And I started implementing some of the things in my life. So that's tip number 2. Now, tip number 3 is, what are you reading, right? Are you reading a book? In the personal development world, they always say, hey, you got to read at least 10 pages of a good book or personal development every day to grow, right? So what are you reading today? What book are you reading right now? Are you reading a book, or do you have just a bunch of books that you always go to? You just pick up and you go to. Now, I told you I was gonna share this book that I found in this store, this random book that I got for $6, and this is one of my favorite books. It's called, and I don't know, you guys probably might not even know this author, but it's called Shift Your Thinking, 200 Ways to Improve Your Life. And what's so amazing about this cool little book, I'll read you some of the titles to some of these little stories. They're about a page to a page and a half. And they just basically tell you a little story, and you'll get the idea. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. My mouse dropped and it killed the broadcast. It knocked me out of the studio here. So I'm back. Okay, so I will read a couple of the titles. If you can hear me and you can see me, let me know. Yes, please let me know. Please let me know, because I'm back live. I don't know if I'm coming to you or not, because I got kicked out of the studio and I came back in and it was still broadcasting live. So I think you guys are still here. It shows that there's 6 of you here, and I see the ticker going. Okay, I will read some of these. Shift Your Thinking, 200 Ways to Improve Your Life. Now, like I said, I've used this book actually, and I've read some of these topics that are truly amazing. Thanks, Francine. I see you. All right, thanks, Charles. All right, here we go. Let's see. Let me just grab some random ones here. The moment I focused on saying less, I began to communicate more. Let's see. My commitment is to be late once more in my life. When I stop breathing and become late to, I didn't get that one. I want to be a giver. Take the following to heart. Let's see. Winners don't dwell on what's wrong. They work on what's next. Let's see here. People are literally a canvas we can paint with our behavior. So there are so many, no matter what level you're at in life, the next level is waiting. Okay. So there's 200 different like topics like that. And then there's questions at the end that are truly amazing. And so I love to read. And then I've learned by doing videos and reading how to become, I made a joke on our team call today, because I get to speak on the calls. It's amazing. A couple of days a week, I get to speak, and we read from the book, not read from the books, but we do the book study, and we give our interpretation of what we're reading. And I made the joke that I'm becoming a professional book reporter. I mean, I remember back when I was in school that I did not read books. I didn't like books. And then when it was time to do a book report, oh my goodness, it was like nails in the chalkboard. It just drove me crazy. I didn't like it. I always liked to read, but it was always wanted it, unless it was something interesting that I liked to read, then I wasn't into it. I couldn't read it. But now that's why I'm so passionate about this stuff, because I'm into it, right? So what are you reading right now? And that is easy stuff to share. And if you can relate a story to what you're reading, if what you're reading aligns with the way that you're living your life, that's how it becomes easy to share what it is that you're learning. I hope that makes sense. send you that book. Okay, I think it might be on Amazon. Totally doing a commercial for this guy. The author of the book, I'll go ahead and give a proper shout out for this guy. Dean Del Sesto. Dean Del Sesto. Shift Your Thinking 200 Ways to Improve Your Life. I got to give props to this guy because he wrote a great book. Let me see if I can read you the back real quick. Dean runs an award-winning branding agency, and his partner, they create a video agency with 25 years in the field. Dean has been directly involved in the branding of over 800 companies. He enjoys coaching, advising, and collaborating with others in the areas of business, relationships, and life. He and his wife live in California. All right. I didn't even know that about this guy. All right. So that's a great book. You got to get that one. All right. So here it is. Last tip number 4. I went over the tips. If you get stuck and you don't know what to post or you don't know what to talk about in a video, number 1 is tell a story about your day. Number 2 is talk about something that you learned. And number 3 is share about something that you're reading. And number 4 is always, always, always a go-to. If you can get number 4 down, then you're gold. And this is the hardest one to do. It is trust your gut. I'll tell you why. Because sometimes you think of something that's amazing and you go, ooh, I don't know if I should post that. Or I don't know if I should say that. Or I don't know if I should talk about that. Or what are they going to think? Or what are they going to say? Who is they anyway? Listen, your gut will always lead you in the right direction if you're working right up here, right? So does it make sense? Is it leaning you towards your goals? Listen, trust your gut, trust your gut, trust your gut. When you show up as your authentic self online, trusting your gut, amazing things happen. Trust me, that's how my life has been changing over the last couple of years, 3-4 years, almost 5 years, however long it's been now. All right, so trust your gut is so huge. It's so important because I can't even begin to tell you how many times I've tried to talk myself out of posting certain things or talking about certain things or what people thought, and I did it anyways. And some of the things that scared me the most turned out to be the best videos or turned out to be the posts that impacted people the most. You see, when you can trust your gut, your intuition with the gifts that you have, and you're not afraid to share them, boy, that's when you truly start to impact other people. All right. Now, I will tell you this. None of this does any good. This is the last tip that I'll leave you with. None of this does any good. You tell your story. Talk about something that you learned about, right? Just talk about something you're reading about. Go with your gut all day. If you're not consistent, none of it matters. You got to be consistent and do it as much as you can, really, like daily if you can. There's no reason why you can't spend a couple minutes, because here's my philosophy, and I'm going to leave you guys with this. If you're working on yourself like you should, your personal development, personal growth every day, somehow, some way, you want to be better today than you were yesterday so you can be better tomorrow than you were today, right? Okay? If you're reading 10 pages of a book and you're surrounding yourself with the right people, you should be able to create something original that you can post, that you've shared, that you've learned, that will impact other people. And if you're having a hard time doing that, then that's totally okay, because we have an amazing community that's helping people figure all that out, and it's called Livemasters. And we'd love to have you come and check it out. If you've never heard about it, put a question mark in the comments. If you're wondering why I'm so crazy about this Livemasters thing, is because it's something that's changed my life, because I've been able to help other people figure some of these things out that I've struggled with when I first started. So if you or anybody that you know is interested in continuing the conversation about creating amazing content online that will help them connect with other people that need to hear what their story is, then let me know, okay? Now, if you're already in Livemasters, show me some love in the comments, and just know how much I appreciate you and love you, and thank you for being on this broadcast, because I don't even know how I came up with this silly thing, right? I've never seen nobody do this, but I do it all the time in my videos now. And when I first started doing this, at the end of my videos, I second guessed myself and I didn't trust my gut. But now when you give your eyeballs and your ears to me, I'm humbled and blessed that you've taken this time out of your day, because you've given me the most important thing in your life, and that's this moment and the moment you spent with me on this video, because you're not going to get them back. That really humbles me. So thank you. If you've decided to let your friends know about this video, let me know in the comments. If you wanted to share this, you can share this, because we're broadcasting it live on my personal page, and we're in Livemasters, our private community. You can't share out of there, which is kind of cool, because if you want to do videos in there, only amazing Livemasters are in there. And then we're also on YouTube right now on our hashtag Livemasters YouTube channel. So I will see you tomorrow with an amazing video, hopefully, that will inspire you to think a little bit differently than you did today, so we can all be amazing and grow together. God bless you and your family. Stay safe and healthy, folks.